What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We're going to get into some Scream theories. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. It's been a little bit since I did a stream. I think it's been like a week. I apologize. Things have just been crazy this past week. The last stream we did was celebrating my birthday, so thank you so much for that, for hanging out with me. And we're back though. We're going to stream tonight for about an hour or so. We do have a goal that is live in the chat right now. So if we can do 10 $5 super chats in the next hour, we'll do an extra 30 minutes on the stream. So if you guys want to hang out for a little bit longer tonight, that goal is live in the chat right now. But yeah, we're gonna hang out, talk some Scream theories. If you have anything you want to throw out there, start dropping it in the chat. We'll get to it in just a minute, and we can talk about anything else as well. We can talk about other horror movies. We can talk Dexter if you want. You know, if we have any Dexter fans here right now, we are less than 2 weeks away, so I'm super pumped for that. I just put out a new Dexter video yesterday, so check that out if you haven't yet. Let's see. Let's get into it, I guess. Thank you to all 18 people who are here right now. King Matthew is here. Welcome to the stream. You said, "Hey Pam, how are you doing tonight?" I am doing well, thank you. I hope you are too. You also said, "My theory for Scream 7 is that maybe Stu corrupts Sydney's daughter into being Ghostface, and maybe we get some scenes with Gail being an aunt to Sydney's daughters." Yeah, I definitely could see Stu at least trying to corrupt her daughter and like try to recruit her, I guess, into his cult. But I hope she doesn't go through with it. I feel like they won't do that. It seems a little dark for her own daughter to become a Ghostface. I suppose it's not impossible, but yeah, I definitely could see him at least trying. Okay, wait, I see we have someone spamming the chat. Please don't do that. I appreciate you being here and hanging out, but there's about 20 comments that say Scream 7, so please don't. Let's see. King Matthew is also throwing out another theory for I Know You Did Last Summer. One of the new female characters out of the new group is Helen and Barry's kid, and maybe that's who goes to Julie for help. Interesting. I mean, she would have had to have the kid, like, obviously secretly. We didn't learn about it. It would have, I imagine it would have had to happen between the events of the accident and when they pick up again in the first movie a year later. I don't know how likely that is. But we shall see. Hey Ray, welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see here. Hey Chocolate Ice. Yes, it has been a minute. I'm glad to be back. I think I'm also going to stream tomorrow. That is the plan. We'll see how it goes. Just because I don't think I'm going to be able to stream this coming weekend with the holiday, July 4th. You know, I'm going out, hanging out with some family and some people. So tomorrow might be my last stream until next week after the holiday. Hey, Kylan, thanks for hanging out. Yes, please, everyone who is here right now, please give the stream a like. It definitely helps out the channel. We have our first super chat from Russell. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate you. Here's to get it started. Can't wait for Dexter Resurrection. That's interesting on the Dark Passenger. Still think Uma Thurman is undercover for FBI. Yeah, so the Dark Passenger thing is interesting. If anyone here doesn't know what we're talking about, the Dark Passenger killer in the upcoming season of Dexter, it's been this whole, fans have been speculating who could it be. And I think from the new footage that we got, it's confirmed the identity of the killer. I won't say who it is in case you want to avoid spoilers. But I do talk about it in my latest video that I posted yesterday. So if you're curious, check it out. I do reveal it at the end of the video because in case anyone wanted to avoid spoilers, they could still enjoy the whole video up until the end. Uma Thurman undercover for FBI. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is totally possible and honestly would be a crazy twist. If that happens, my jaw would be on the floor. Imagine she spends the whole season, working with Leon Prater and recruiting these serial killers. And we think she's a bad guy, with Leon, but she ends up being undercover for the FBI. Ooh, that would be crazy. But also that would be really bad for Dexter because then the FBI would know everything about him. So I don't know. We'll see. That's a pretty good theory though, Russell. Thank you so much for your super chat and always supporting the channel. You always comment on all my videos, so I appreciate you. And that is our first one towards the goal for tonight. We have a super chat goal going in the chat right now. If you guys want to do an extra 30 minutes on the stream, we have that goal that is live. So thank you, Russell, for contributing to that. The Willmeister is here. Hey, Willmeister. I thought I missed the bonus stream. Also, I'm so early. I beat the notification. Nice. Glad you could make this one. I know that you always say the notifications don't work, which I know is an issue here on YouTube, which can be very frustrating when I go live and they don't let people know that I'm live, because that's the whole point of turning on the notifications so you guys can know when I'm live and you don't miss it. So glad you could make it, Willmeister. Glad you're here. ONG Bach is here. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you hanging out. Willmeister also says, I'm afraid the only Dexter I can talk about at length had a laboratory. I know what you're talking about. The cartoon. I used to love that show as a kid. That's funny. You should watch Dexter, though. You'll probably like it. I mean, it's a great show. It's possibly my favorite show of all time. It's good. If anyone here has not seen Dexter, man, you should. And then you can binge all of the content that I've created for it and that I'm going to create for it, because July 11th, it's back. And I'm going to be busy with, the weekly Dexter videos. Hey, Kelly, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Hey, DJ, how you doing? Hey, Lefty Twigs. It's good to be back. Feels good. I love hanging out with you guys and talking some Scream theories, some other movies and stuff. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Derek. Welcome to the stream. Matthew says, I just saw the new Jurassic World movie, and it was pretty good in my opinion. I'm also hyped this month for Dexter, and I know what you did last summer coming out, so it's a busy month for me. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming out this summer. I have not seen Jurassic World. I've seen all of the other movies. I'm not like obsessed with the franchise, but I have seen them, so I will eventually watch it. But I don't have plans to go to the theater to see it. Glad you're hyped for Dexter. I didn't realize you were a fan. We might have talked about it in past streams, but I forget who watches what here. But I'm glad you're a Dexter fan. And I am also looking forward to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm gonna have to see that one in the theater. I'm still I'm so bad about going to the movies. I still want to see the new 28 Years Later. So we talked about it last week. I haven't seen it, so please no spoilers in the chat. But if you have seen it, let me know if you enjoyed it. I should have went today because Tuesday has the discount tickets. I think Wednesdays are also discount these days. So maybe I'll go tomorrow, but I don't know. I have a lot going on tomorrow. CX3 says, how would you feel if in Scream 7 every Ghostface unmasked was just random teens and not the main cast? Pretty bummed just because, you know, you want to grow attached to a character and feel betrayed by them becoming a Ghostface. But with that being said, you guys know, like, I think Stu has the cult of Ghostfaces. So if it's a big cult, some of the ghost faces might be people that we didn't really meet or spend time with. They might be some random people, but I do hope at least one or two of them are part of the main cast. You know, you have to. It's got to be some of the main cast. So yeah, if it was nothing but random teens, I would be pretty disappointed with that. But I could see some of them possibly being a little random. Ray says, I love the commentary on horror in the Scream movies. What is something you want Scream 7 to talk about in regards to the horror movie genre? That's a good question. I mean, it would be cool if they just talk about legacy sequels and, like, you know, how the Halloween trilogy came back with, you know, Laurie Strode, like something like that. Like, we're finally back with Sydney being the main character and getting to see what she's up to today and her life today, just like we did with Laurie Strode. So something with legacy sequels. But I don't know. This is something I have to give a little bit more thought to and maybe do a video on this. Lefty Twigs throwing out a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. You said, I think I can do with an extra 30 minutes of Pam today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel and being a channel member. I really appreciate the support. And yes, so if anyone is just coming in, doesn't know already, we do have a goal that is going in the chat. If we can hit the goal of 10 $5 super chats within the hour, within the next 44 minutes, then we'll do an extra 30 minutes on the stream. So if that is something you are interested in, we have the goal live in the chat. So thank you for contributing to that, Lefty Twigs. Let's see here. Chocolate Ice says Megan 2 looks good. Gonna see that tomorrow. Let me know how it is. I enjoyed the first one. I really did. I didn't expect to like the first one. But yeah, I've heard kind of mixed reviews for Megan 2, but you know, that's how it goes with any movie. So I'm curious what your thoughts are on the movie. So let us know. Hey, Carl. Do you think Sydney may get injured in the finale of Scream 7, provoking a revenge plot for her in Scream 8? I mean, I definitely could see that happening just because, you know, Scream 8 is already greenlit and excuse me, and Kevin Williamson is supposed to be directing it, so I think that he's going to be ending it on a cliffhanger, just like he always kind of wanted to do. And I could see, yeah, I could see Sydney getting injured and leading us into Scream 8. I mean, yeah, the stakes got to be high. So she definitely should, something should happen to her. I don't think she's going to die, but like, she should definitely get beaten up a little bit. Hey, Alex. Coming through with the Scream 7 countdown once again. 241 days. Nice. Honestly, that's not that long. It'll be here before we know it. Hey, Dustin. I've been watching The Waterfront on Netflix, written by Kevin Williamson. It's good so far. I've been considering watching that because I see him posting about it. I heard it was really good. And some of the actors who were in the Vampire Diaries, which, is a Kevin Williamson show, one of my favorite shows, some of the actors from the Vampire Diaries are in The Waterfront. So I've been considering watching it. How many episodes is it? I don't know. Alex says, have you heard the rumor that Scream 7's opening scene takes place in a remote area and involves Ghostface committing a home intrusion? I very much hope that this rumor is true. I haven't really heard that. I've kind of been like, I haven't been watching a lot of Scream 7 content on YouTube. I've just like been busy lately, and a part of me kind of wants to avoid, like, I don't know, hearing about rumors and like leaks and stuff. So I don't know. I've just kind of been avoiding it, but I should stay informed a little bit and maybe like watch some of the content. But I think that would be pretty cool. Hey, Marcus. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm hanging out here until Ironheart comes out. What's Ironheart? Russell says it's out on Disney Plus. Hey, AJ. You said I'm going to a con in Raleigh end of this month, debating on getting my Ghostface mask signed by Ski and Matt. I guess the easy answer should be yes, you should. Yeah, absolutely. You gotta. Yeah, I have to make my way to a con one of these days. I've never been. I love the Scream 6 mask and the green stab mask. Thank you. I need to get more. I need to grow my collection. The Peanut-Eyed Ghost says, which Ghostface, including all media, not just movies, do you think has the best chance at surviving Squid Game? By the way, have you watched it? And if so, opinion on the ending. I have watched it. I won't say any spoilers in case here anyone hasn't seen the final season of Squid Game yet, but I was very disappointed with it. I really was. Man, what a letdown. I don't know. I feel like they really dropped the ball. The first season was incredible. Season 2 was also good. And I was enjoying season 3. Like, the first few episodes of season 3 were great. But that ending, man, Not great. Which Ghostface do you think has the best chance of surviving Squid Game? Maybe Charlie. I feel like he's really smart. Like he could probably win most of those games. Hey John, any idea when that Scream 3 watch party is happening? So the Scream 3 watch party happened already. Next up is Scream 5. And that's gonna happen probably next week. Because I was saying earlier, I can't really stream this coming weekend because of the holiday. Like I have plans. I do plan to stream tomorrow, but I like to give people some notice, like a few days in advance of when the watch party is going to happen, just so they can like get ready, clear their schedule if they have to. So I think it's a little short notice to do it tomorrow. So probably early next week, like maybe Monday. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll post it. It'll be up on the channel. But yeah, Scream 5 is the next watch party. The Willmeister throwing out a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. You said the Vampire Diaries is a Kevin Williamson project. That explains why despite my efforts, I'm drawn to that franchise. It also explains why Ghostface appeared in the second spin-off Legacies. Interesting. So yes, it is a Kevin Williamson project. I've never really seen Legacies. So is Ghostface in that show? That's crazy if that's true. I've never seen it. I watched the Vampire Diaries, obviously. I love the originals, the first spinoff. So good. Honestly, it's possibly better than the Vampire Diaries. And then Legacies came out, and I tried to give it a shot. Wasn't really for me. The only episode I really watched was the final episode because a big character from the first two shows makes an appearance, so I had to watch it. But yeah, I've never seen Legacies. I did not know this, that Ghostface makes an appearance, because I know the thing with Legacies is that like there's a brand new monster or whatever every single episode. So that's crazy. I need to look into that and watch that episode. Thank you so much, Willmeister, for your $10 super chat. I appreciate you. You're always so generous in these streams. And that is our third super chat towards our goal. For tonight, for the extra 30 minutes on the stream. So thank you for contributing. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, Ray, I gotta watch I Know What You Did Last Summer in theaters. Alex is asking, regarding I Know What You Did Last Summer, is this movie a remake of the original or is it a sequel to the original? It's a sequel. Yeah, it's not a remake. It's a continuation. I think, yeah, so it's also like a continuation of the second movie, right? They're not disregarding the second movie. Because there's rumors that Brandy is making an appearance. Carla is going to be in this new one, and she was in the sequel. So yeah, they're not disregarding the second one either. And I don't know, I'm sure most of you guys saw that like Brandy posted a photo of her and Julie from the movie on her story, and she didn't say anything. She didn't like type anything. She didn't say like, "Oh, I'm going to be in the movie," but I mean, come on. Like there's going to be something with Carla in the new one. Someone else involved with the movie also posted the photo, so I have high hopes that Carla's making an appearance. Marcus is saying 27 people watching, only 16 likes. Atone for your sins. Yes, please. Oh, we actually have 44 people here right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. But yeah, please give the stream a like. It definitely helps out the channel, just like the Doctor of Haddonfield says. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you. Chocolate Ice is saying, what if in Scream 7 the movie opens up with Maureen's death? And we'll get Stu and Billy unmasking and Roman is recording it. Yeah, I would love something like that. Definitely want to see a flashback to Maureen's death. You know, I did a video on this like a year ago at this point, and then again, pretty recently with all of the like casting announcements with Scott Foley, and there's rumors that Lynn McCree might be back. Don't know how true that is, but yeah, I think it would be interesting to find out some new information, like to not only see the events of that night happening, which we've never seen before, but to also find out new information that like Roman was actually there. That would be crazy. And then, you know, to see Stu and Billy on screen together again, that would be insane. I would love that. Hey, RJ. No worries. Thanks for joining the stream. The Willmeister is throwing out another $10. Thank you, Willmeister. You said you don't want rumors or leaks. Respectfully, 90% of the rumors, leaks, and returns that I heard related to Scream 7 came from you and your channel. That's funny. Yeah, so well, the returns are like official news that is like released that I have to report on. Leaks, I don't really do leaks. I do talk some rumors, yes, but nothing crazy. And I do give a spoiler warning, kind of. I let people know, like, listen, you know, we're gonna talk some rumors, so if you don't want potential spoilers, like, but you know, these are just some rumors that I've been hearing. But yeah, if you notice, I really haven't been doing it lately. I haven't been doing a lot of Scream content. I've kind of been focusing on Dexter a little bit more. But yeah, I don't really do leaks. Like whenever I see like Beyond the Mask is a channel that is constantly putting out videos saying like major leak. I don't even watch it. I don't really want to know. If I happen to come across it like on Twitter, then it's not that big of a deal. I'm not that upset because it's like, who knows what's true at this point, like whatever. I'll probably forget about it by the time the movie comes out. But yeah, I don't really watch videos with leaks just to kind of avoid it. But yeah, I have talked some rumors, but not for a while and nothing too crazy. But thank you, Willmeister, for your super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Hey, you know. Oh no, I'm sorry you've been sick, but it looks like you're feeling better. Glad you could make it. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you still being a channel member and supporting the channel. I am doing well. I hope you are too. Glad to have you back. Marcus says, I think if they don't reveal Stu alive in 7 and save it for 8, him and Sid's final showdown should be at Sid's old house where it all began. Ooh, yeah, I would like that. I agree. I mean, if they're gonna go to Woodsboro, I do want to end up at Stu's house also at some point. Like maybe he can lure her back there somehow. You know, like kidnap one of her kids, bring them to his house. We'll see. But yeah, going to Sydney's old house would be cool as well. Okay, the Waterfront is 8 episodes. Yeah, I might have to just quickly get through it. A lot of those leaks don't even turn out to be true most of the time. Exactly. That's another reason that I don't even bother. That's why I haven't been even wanting to make videos on it, because it's like, I'm just gonna do what? Like throw out all of these potential leaks and it's like nothing really sticks. Obviously, like, you know, you could still talk about it and not have it come true. Just like we talk about theories. Like we throw out theories all the time that, you know, half of them probably won't come true. But yeah, I've just been avoiding a lot of it. AJ says the Waterfront was filmed in Southport, North Carolina, same as I Know What You Did Last Summer. Also noticed an Easter egg of a character's name, Wes Benson, Wes Craven, and Will Benson. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I've seen some footage of it, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Yuno's been a member for 5 months. Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for your continued support. Oh, Ironheart is a Marvel TV series. No wonder I've never heard of it. Danny is the only boyfriend in the Scream series to survive. I suppose that is true. I love Danny. I'm so bummed he's not going to be in 7. Like, you know, before Melissa was fired, I was so confident that he's coming back, and I loved him. What's the best Mickey theory you've heard? I mean, I haven't heard many theories with Mickey other than that he's still alive, which I'm not crazy about that theory. I suppose it's possible because he wasn't shot in the head, but like I just don't think it's necessary to bring him back alive. But yeah, that's like the only theory I've heard for him. Staying away from all trailers, spoilers, and leaks on every project I'm interested in. I feel these past few years, everything gets put out there and screws up the experience. Yeah, I don't blame you. A lot of trailers these days give a lot away. So I don't blame you. Yeah. Lot of issues with season 3 of Squid Game. Is throwing out a super chat, a little contribution. Thank you. I seriously appreciate it. All of your continued support. Even though you haven't been around in the streams for a while, I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you back. Let's see. Last Halloween, I was Art the Clown. Nice. I got to start thinking about my Halloween costume this year. You guys know July 5th is the somewhat official start of the Halloween season. A lot of people start celebrating July 5th because July 4th is like the last holiday really before Halloween. So unofficial start of the Halloween season is coming up. I have seen Creep 1 and 2, yes. I have not seen the new show, though. Has anyone here seen the new Creep show? Is it good? I gotta watch it. Ray says, I enjoyed Squid Game Season 3 until I realized all the missed opportunities after. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the first few episodes were good. But as I was watching the finale, I was like, really? Like, this is it? No way. I was so bummed. Ugh. Russell is throwing out another $5 super chat. Thank you, Russell. You said they could bring Danny in Scream 8. There's still hope for Danny. Sydney versus Stu final showdown should be at the Stu house, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess there is still hope for Danny. I have said before, like, even without Melissa being in 7, I feel like they could have included Danny if they really wanted to, just because, he was in New York with Gail and the twins. So, like, they could have found a way if they really wanted to, but obviously not. So that sucks. But yeah, let's hold out hope for Scream 8. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe Melissa will be back one day. Yeah, Stu's house for the final showdown. I would love it. I think like I said earlier, I think the only way to get her back there is to lure her back with her kids. Like, it's gonna have to take a lot to make Sydney step foot in Stu's house again. So we'll see if it can happen. Thank you, Russell, for your super chat. And I think that was our 6th one towards our goal. So we're over halfway to the goal. If you guys want to do an extra 30 minutes, we have 21 more minutes to make the goal, and then we'll do an extra 30. So thank you for contributing. Let's see, where was I? Marcus says grotesquerie, is that how you say it, is to me what Dexter is to you. Have you gotten to see it yet? If not, definitely give it a watch. It's amazing. Waiting on season 2 to be announced. No, I've never even heard of it. I'll definitely check it out though. I'm curious because I have kind of been in the mood to like binge watch a good show. So I will check it out. Russell says I never saw Ghostface in Legacies. Did you watch all of Legacies, Russell? Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it. Is the 3rd movie canon? I'm assuming you mean For I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't even know if I've seen that movie. I vaguely remember watching it like one night after coming home from the bar. So I was lit. So I don't even remember it. And I hear that it's terrible. So I probably didn't even finish watching it. Zombie Box Reviews is here saying, hello, just subscribed after watching your new Dexter breakdown. Thank you so much. I seriously appreciate that. I love finding new Dexter fans. So welcome to the channel. You're in a good place for Dexter content because, July 11th, it's go time. Like, you can expect weekly breakdowns for every single episode. I do recaps, reviews, theories, predictions in between the episodes. So lots of Dexter content coming your way. And since you're new here, I have so much Dexter content in the past that you can go check out if you want. I have a whole Dexter playlist. Lots of videos in there. But thank you so much for joining the channel. Hey, Paul. Alex says, since you mentioned that you want to attend a Scream convention, You should consider attending the one that will be held in Massachusetts in September. Yeah, I gotta look into it. I'm sure there's one that's probably closer to me that I could find. I don't know when that would be, but we shall see. I will definitely make it to one of these days. Hey Tristan, welcome to the stream. Matthew is throwing out another Scream 7 theory. Ghostface is going to torment Sydney's mind using Roman, maybe causing her to have PTSD since her brother was a Ghostface, and maybe she has dreams where Ghostface kills her. I could definitely see that happening. I feel like Sydney's trauma can kind of be overlooked a little bit because she does deal with it well. She's very strong, resilient, but she's been through some traumatic stuff. It's insane. So I could definitely see her struggling with that. So yeah, that will be exciting to see. Zombie Box Review says the third I Know What You Did Last Summer completely jumped the shark. Yeah, I haven't really seen it, but that's what I hear. I should give it a watch. I really should. I should also rewatch the first two before I go see the new one. And I mean, July 4th is coming up, so it's the perfect time to watch those movies. So maybe I will watch the first one tonight. We could use a Dexter and Scream crossover one of these days. Hey, Patricia. It has been confirmed we are returning to Woodsboro. We are returning to Sydney's old house and Stu's old house. I don't know. I haven't heard that. But I hope so. That would be cool. Imagine for the cliffhanger of Scream 7, we get Kirby returning with Dewey, making it kind of like Walking Dead. The ones who live where Dewey has to fight his way to Gale. Wait, what? Like, Dewey's alive? Is that what you're saying? You think Dewey is still alive? I don't know. It's possible. I know Marcus here is a believer of Dewey being alive. I'm kind of torn on it. I never really thought he could be alive. But crazier things have happened. I would love to see him again, honestly. And Kirby, yeah, we got to get Kirby back for the next movie. Ian is saying, I think Stu has a bigger role. I think characters like Billy, Roman, and Dewey are only returning for flashback scenes. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Stu's alive. He has a bigger role. Billy, obviously, flashback. Or I guess, like, the AI theory that people are kind of running with is also a possibility, but I'm hoping for a flashback. Billy and Roman both shot in the head, so like they're gonna have a minor role, whether it's a flashback or the AI thing. Dewey, I'm leaning more towards flashback for him as well. But yeah, Stu, I think Stu's gonna have a bigger role, just like you said. Hey J-Rod, glad you could make the stream. Hey Chris, welcome. Hey Nike Mark, you said, I had seen on social media that if Sam was going to be in Scream 7, they were going to have Leslie Macher and Sam's mother be the second Ghostface's, but Sam was fired, so scratch that out. Yes, I heard that as well. Like over a year ago at this point, when Melissa was first fired. She was fired in November of 2024, right? No, 2023. Wasn't she fired in November of 2023? Because this past November 2024 was the year anniversary of that. And now we're in 2025 already. That's insane. And we're literally exactly halfway through this year. How is that possible, first of all? Because I feel like it was just January. It was just the start of this year. Literally January 30th is when we got the news that Matthew Lillard and Scott Foley were returning. And honestly, that feels very recent to me. But that was in January. Like, what? But yeah, I heard this as well about Leslie Macher and Christina Carpenter. Such a shame, because that's literally my ideal scenario. Like, literally Stu Macher with his sister and Christina. That's literally my ideal scenario for Scream 7. I still think Leslie is an option. You guys know my theory that, like, Anna Camp is secretly Leslie Macher. We'll see how that goes. Christina, I feel like they could still do it if they really wanted to, but who knows? Derek is seeing Megan 2.0 Thursday. Nice. Let us know how it is. Did you ever see this VHS video series someone recently uploaded from going to their local premiere of the Scream movies from the original night each of the movies in the trilogy came out? No, I haven't. That sounds awesome, though. I haven't seen it. Destin says Waterfront is trying to be the new Ozark, but not as dark, but still good. Interesting. I loved Ozark. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by the Waterfront. Destin also says, Danny would be a great opening kill to set off Gail, Chad, and Mindy. I agree. I've talked about this on the channel. Like, Danny being the opening kill would be great to bridge these movies together. Like, he's the connection sort of between, or he could be the connection between 6 and 7. Missed opportunity. And also just because, like, we know that these new movies are mirroring the originals so far, at least, with like 5 having a lot of similarities to 1, 6 being similar to 2. I imagine 7 is going to have a lot of similarities to 3. And in Scream 3, we had our first ever returning character as the opening kill with Cotton Weary, who also happened to be a man. So, like, I've been theorizing for the past year or so that, like, Scream 7's opening kill could maybe be a male returning character. And there's only so many options for that, and Danny would be one of them. But I don't know. I feel like we would have heard if he was coming back. So, missed opportunity for sure. Hey, Captain J. Atrol is here. Welcome. Watched Prom Night yesterday. Great ending. See what the hype was about. Which one? The original from 1980 or the remake from 2007, I think it was? I enjoy both of those movies. Russell is throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much, Russell. You said, do you think Dexter will want revenge on his son? That is an interesting question. like for shooting him at the end of New Blood? I don't think so. I really don't. He kind of instructed him to do it. I, you know, he's his son. He loves him. The way it went down, I don't think he'll want revenge. I think he wants to help him, especially from like what we've seen so far with the footage and stuff that we got. It's looking like they'll be okay, at least at first for season 1, but we'll see. Thank you so much, Russell, for all of your super chats tonight. Exactly. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. If they show us Maureen's murder, we got to find out some new information, like possibly Roman was actually there. You also said, I would hate it if Scream 7 is a direct sequel to Scream, kind of like the new Halloween. Yeah, I agree. I don't think, luckily, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Thank God. Yes, Elias, Summerween is upon us. You know, I think technically some people start Summerween on the first day of summer, like June 20th, 21st. But I like to do July 5th. Zombie Box Review says, I didn't like the new Creep Show. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't really hear much about it. It kind of just came and went. Alex says, why Spyglass does not want to release this movie until next February is beyond me. I don't know. It would have been, I think it would have been perfect to get it during the Halloween season. We've never had a Scream movie release during the Halloween season, right? And just the fact that this one literally takes place during fall, like I think it's late September, that it's taking place. So come on, like give us a fall release. Kelly says, I think they have to explore something about Maureen, with it being 30 years since the original. If we don't get a flashback to the actual events of 95, we at least need the plotting of and or right after. Totally agree with you, Kelly. Yeah, I mean, it's the 30-year anniversary, like, and with Stu back, you know, her killer, basically one of her killers, like, and Sydney back, and now she's a mom, just like, you know, her mom was. Like, they have to tie it in. They have to. It's a pity that we'll never find out what the original story for Scream 7 would have been if Jen and Melissa had stayed on. Yeah. But I feel like maybe one day we could find out, because we did sort of find out what the original plan for Scream 6 was, for before Nev Campbell decided not to return. Like, when they were still writing Scream 6 with Nev Campbell being in the story, it was kind of different, obviously. So we did find out what the original plan was kind of for Scream 6. I actually did a video on this like months ago, if you want to go back and check it out. So yeah, I feel like one day, like after Scream 7 comes out and, you know, all is said and done, we might find out what the original story was, but it's a shame we'll never get to see it happen, you know? my gosh, we just hit our goal. Thank you guys so much. Russell said, let's get this goal. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Russell. I appreciate you. Seriously. You helped us get to the goal for sure. And is throwing out a super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You said, what if Sydney has sleep paralysis, false awakening, and we see Ghostface killing her? She wakes up and it's a loop until her daughter wakes her up. It could be a fun opening scene to scare Sydney fans. That's interesting. That would be cool to see. I wonder if they would do it for the opening, just because it kind of reminds me of Scream 4's opening, where like there's all the fake outs, which a lot of people don't like. But I do like that in Scream 4. But yeah, definitely would be cool to see whether it's in the opening or just in the movie. Honestly, that could be very scary to see and just like anxiety inducing. So we'll see. That's a pretty cool idea. And I appreciate you throwing out a super chat. Thank you so much for your continued support on the channel. Captain J has been a member for 1 month. Thank you, Captain J. You said, is Dexter that good? How many seasons? Convince me. Yes, it is that good. It's amazing. Like, you will not be disappointed. You really won't. How many seasons? So the original show is 8 seasons. And then there's 1 season of Dexter New Blood. So technically 9 seasons. And then there's also the prequel show, which is 1 season. So overall, 10 seasons of Dexter. And the new season is starting July 11th. So if you want to watch it, you should start catching up now so that hopefully, if you're a good binge watcher, you can finish in time to catch some of the new show as it's airing. But yeah, so many twists and turns in the show. It's one of those shows where it ends on like a massive cliffhanger at the end of the episode, and you're going to stay up late because you're going to tell yourself, well, 1 more episode, and you're going to lose sleep watching this show, but in a good way because you'll be enjoying it. Some great villains in the show, great characters, man, and the evolution of Dexter as a character is just amazing. You gotta watch it, Captain J. And anyone here who has not seen Dexter, please do so. Russell is throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much, Russell. Please don't let Sydney's daughter be Ghostface. Nobody wants that. Let's not do that. I'm talking to you, Spyglass. Yeah, I agree. Don't really want to see that. Although I have said, like, it kind of would be a crazy twist just because I wouldn't expect it to happen. It would be a big betrayal, which is kind of what you want from these movies, but no, like I don't want her daughter to be a ghost face. Definitely not. I'm with you, Russell. Percy is here throwing out a super chat. Thank you so much. Who wins, Zombie Jason or Rob Zombie's Michael Myers? That is an interesting pairing. I feel like it would sort of be a fair fight. I'm going to go with Michael just because I prefer Michael as a character over Jason. But they're both pretty strong. So, I don't know. It might be an interesting fight. Let's see. Okay, you've seen all of Legacies. And you say Ghostface isn't in the show, so I don't know. I don't know what that was about before. What do you think about a Scream movie where the real life actors are getting attacked by Ghostface within the movie? I would love to see that one day for sure, sort of like New Nightmare. But I think somewhere down the road, I think we have a lot to kind of finish up with the actual franchise, some loose ends with Sydney, with Stu, with the Carpenter sisters. Like I feel like I'd rather get a continuation with the Carpenter sisters before we get this version of Scream. But for sure one day I would love to see that. Derek says, my friend went to a horror convention in New Jersey recently, got to meet Jamie Kennedy, and I believe Matthew and Skeet were there. Nice. I am jealous. Marcus is telling me to check out Grotesquerie, I think it was. Niecy Nash stars in it, and she is golden. So many twists and turns, and a whodunit. Yeah, so I like her from Scream Queens. She was in that show Scream Queens with who was it? Emma Roberts. Keke Palmer was in that show. I love Scream Queens, and she was great. She was great in that show also. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm gonna check out the trailer to see if I'm into it. The Willmeister is throwing out another $20 super chat. Thank you so much. You're really selling me on giving Dexter another chance. I have one question. I remember Jennifer Carpenter being a big part of the original show. Is she in the other shows? Also, I think you missed my previous super chat. Oh no. I'll go back and look for your other one. I apologize. Yeah, you definitely have to give Dexter another chance. Jennifer Carpenter, yes, she was in the original show. She was also in Dexter New Blood. So, yes, you will be seeing her in that season as well if you watch it. You won't be disappointed. You have to watch it. It's so good. Let's see, your other super chat that I missed. I apologize. Let me go check. Oh yeah, I missed a $10 super chat from you. I don't know how I missed that. That's so crazy. You said the third I Know What You Did Last Summer movie would be a great idea for a watch along. Also, your honest opinion, Scream the TV series or I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series, which is better? Yeah, maybe we'll do a watch along for the third one. I think that could be funny to see my reaction to the movie because I hear it's terrible. I've never really seen it. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, well, that's a good idea. We should do that. So as far as the two TV shows, I haven't seen the I Know You Did Last Summer TV show, so I can't compare the two. I enjoyed Scream the TV series, so I'm gonna go with that one to answer the question, but I've truly never seen the I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show, so can't give a true answer. But let me know, you guys, in the chat if the TV show is good and if it's worth a watch. Should I watch it? Is it completely different from the movies? Like it has nothing to do with the movies? I feel like it's totally its own thing, but yeah, let me know if I should give that a watch. Thank you, Willmeister, for all of your super chats. And I see you're throwing out another one. Very, very generous of you. I appreciate it. Ghostface does appear in Legacies. Type it in YouTube. He's in the thumbnail. Yeah, I obviously have no knowledge of it. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out after the stream. I will definitely search it on YouTube because I need to. I need to see it if he really was in it. I got to find out which episode it was and watch it. If you happen to know which episode it is, let me know. Thank you so much, Woolmeister, for all of your super chats. How often do you think we'll see Stu in Scream 7 if he is alive? Well, I'm hoping that we get some flashbacks with him first before the actual reveal. I don't think he's going to be revealed until the end. And then I feel like it'll just be the final act. So hopefully he's in the entire final act. I want as much time with him as possible. Destin is saying, I want Stu to want to get caught by the end of this one. Kind of like Mickey's motive, since Billy always got the recognition. Stu can then be in Scream 8 as well. That's cool. That's a cool idea. Yeah, because like you said, Billy does get like all of the credit pretty much, especially in these new movies. Like Stu is kind of erased from the story almost. I've talked about that so many times on the channel. Like, you know, Liv didn't know who he was. Tara forgot to mention him when talking to Ghostface about who the killers were. Even like in the car with Sydney and Gail in Scream 5, when Gail is like, I started all of this, Sydney's like, you didn't start it, Billy Loomis did. What about Stu? She could have said Billy and Stu started it. So yeah, Billy always gets the recognition. So that could actually be an interesting motive for Stu. Wanting to get caught, similar to Mickey. And then in Scream 8, he can like go to trial, and we see that actually happening. That, I like that idea. Which Dexter starts in a few days. Dexter Resurrection starts July 11th, 2-episode premiere. So I have my work cut out for me on July 11th. Like literally that weekend when it comes out on Friday, I'm doing nothing but filming and editing all of Friday, all of Saturday. It's probably going to take me 2 days because to cover 2 episodes, that's a lot of work. And then luckily after that, it's only 1 episode per week. But yeah, Dexter Resurrection, starting July 11th. Marcus says the dew will rise again in Scream 7. Like Chucky likes to say, you can't keep a good guy down. Let's hope. Honestly, I would love it. Imagine like, okay, so like Stu coming back alive. That's the first time we're ever getting a returning killer that we thought was dead coming back. But imagine they also do it with Dewey, a good character. Like, and that's the first time. Well, I guess kind of Kirby. They kind of did that with Kirby. Like we thought she was dead, but she came back alive. But yeah, that would be insane. Let's see. Have Ghost Dokes as Sydney's dark passenger. I don't know how you could make that work, but I'd be down for that. That's so funny. Someone's got to do like a fan film for that. Yes, Resurrection is picking up 10 weeks after New Blood. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I really can't. I can't believe it's almost here. It's crazy. Like they first announced Dexter. They first announced the prequel last summer, right? Was it last summer or was it the summer before? They pumped these shows out very quickly. Like we found out, I feel like a year ago, that not only were we getting the prequel but the sequel, and it's already here. Like what? That's insane. Google 90s grunge dreams scream. And that channel has vlog style videos of their friend group back in the 90s going and watching the Scream movies opening night for each of the 3 movies. I have to do that. Let me make a note of that. Yeah, I love stuff like that. So thank you for letting me know. I will definitely be checking that out after this stream. Alex says, I saw an interview with Anna Camp in which she said that fans will be very happy with Scream 7. Do you think that she was implying that Stu Macher is a living character in this movie? I like to think so. Who knows? Every little bit of info that we get about Scream 7, I view through Stu Macher eyes. Like, so I had that thought when she said that. I was like, ooh, like she knows that a lot of fans want Stu back. So she's saying we'll be happy. But no, not necessarily. I feel like she would say that no matter what, just to convince people to go see the movie. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that that's what she meant. The Willmeister throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much. Seriously, so generous. You said the I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show is more based on the original book. Is it a book? I never knew that. And while it's not great, it is at least entertaining. Also, Ghostface appears in season 1, episode 4 of Legacies. All right, let me make a note of that as well, because I need to check out that episode. I mean, it's that would basically be like a Vampire Diaries Scream crossover, which is like 2 of my favorite things. So, gotta check it out. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so yeah, I Know We Did Last Summer TV show, not great but entertaining. Might have to check it out. We'll see. If I might watch the first movie tonight, because I should rewatch the first 2 before the new movie comes out. So if I'm on a kick of this franchise, maybe I'll check out the show. Is it like a one and done season? Is it like a limited series, or are they going to continue it? Did they have plans to continue it, but it got canceled? Thank you, Willmeister, again, for all of your super chats. Hey, Carrie. Glad you could make the stream. We're going to go for just a little bit longer here, about 15 minutes. Marcus says the remake of Prom Night is trash. Is it? I haven't seen it in a while. I will admit, I don't think I have. But isn't Brittany Snow in that movie? I'm just a fan of her, so maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. I do have to rewatch it. Because honestly, if you ask me right now, like, who the killer is or what happens, I couldn't tell you. Who do you think would be a better horror content creator on YouTube? Randy, Kirby, or Mindy? Ooh, that's interesting. I feel like probably Mindy, because, you know, she's younger. She's a part of this social media generation. She knows how it works. But I do think Randy would be really good too. In the new clip, Dexter seems to be proud that his son is now following in his footsteps. I know, man, that clip was so good. Out of all of the new footage that we've gotten in the past like week or so, that was my favorite. I loved it. Dexter really seemed like his old self. Just the way he was like speaking, his mannerisms. It definitely was more reminiscent of like original show Dexter rather than Dexter New Blood. So I am so freaking pumped. I cannot wait. Nicholas says, I'm super hyped for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. It looks like a good one. I am hyped as well. Can't wait to see it. Robbie Mercer was ahead of his time. R.I.P. So was Jill, honestly. Jill, her motive was, I feel like it was ahead of its time also. Everyone hit like or I'm joining Stumacher's cult. Yes, please. Everyone here, give the stream a like if you haven't already. I appreciate it. It helps helps the channel for sure. Matthew says, I definitely think Gail has to die in this movie, either in the ending of this movie or the opening of Scream 8. Either way, Gail's got to go, and Stu is the perfect Ghostface to kill her. Yes, I pretty much agree with all of this. I do think it's her time to go. Definitely soon. I kind of want to see her survive one more movie with Sydney. And like you said, I think killing her off in the opening of Scream 8, I think that opening scene could go down in history with the franchise. So that would be so epic to just start the movie off by killing one of the biggest characters of the franchise who's been there since the original. I do think, and I also agree, like Stu should be the one to kill her as well. So yeah, Stu should survive 7, go into 8. I would love for Gail to survive again, just because I do think Gail deserves an epic send-off, and I think killing her in an opening scene would be epic, but I don't think it should be in 7. I want to see her interact with Sydney and the twins, which, you know, from what we've heard from Guy Busick saying that she is why the twins are there, that connection, I think it's safe to assume Gail is going to be in majority of the movie alive. So I don't think she's going to be the opening kill for 7, but it should be 8 for sure. I think, and having Stu kill Gail in the opening scene of Scream 8 would be an epic send-off for Gail that I think her character deserves. She needs a good death. 4 is where the show peaked. I agree. Season 4 of Dexter, amazing. Chef's kiss. Perfect season. So good. Trinity killer, perfect villain. Hey, Denisha. Yes, we are getting season 2 of Original Sin. That is confirmed. Yeah, Trinity. For me, it's Trinity and the Ice Truck Killer. It's kind of hard for me to decide which one I like more. Both are so such intriguing characters. Will Meister throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much. I seriously cannot thank you enough. First you talk about Anna Camp, now Brittany Snow. Your Pitch Perfect fandom is showing. Maybe that's clouding your judgment of the Prom Night remake? Also, have you seen the sequels to the original? That's funny. I have seen Pitch Perfect, and I did enjoy that movie, but I'm not like obsessed with it. Wait, how many Pitch Perfect movies are there? Are there 3? I know I've seen the second one, which was also good. And I don't know if there's actually a third one or if they're talking about doing a third one. I've heard something about a third one. Either it already exists or they're working on it. That's funny. I have not seen the sequels to the original. I haven't. Are they good? Has anyone here who's seen them? Can you let me know if the sequel is good to the original? I think it's called something with Mary Lou. Isn't that in the title? Haven't seen it though. But it's on my very long watch list of things that I need to watch. So I'll get to it one day. Thank you again, Willmeister, for your super chats. Appreciate you. Is throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much. You said gotta go, but it was really great catching a live again. I appreciate you. Glad you could catch this one. It's been a while. We missed you here. So good to have you back. Hopefully you can make more live streams. I usually do them pretty regularly, like multiple times a week. It's just this past week or so has been crazy. Just a lot of stuff going on. And then this coming weekend with the holiday, won't be able to stream much, but yeah, we're gonna get back to the regular streams soon. So I might go live tomorrow. So if you can make that one, hopefully I see you here. But thank you again, Have a good night. Marcus says Zombie Jason beats the humanity out of Rob Zombie's Michael. This is coming from a Michael Myers stan. That should tell you what I think about Zombie's version, which isn't much. That's hilarious. Hey, Shaggy. Glad you could make a stream. Okay, it looks like everyone is saying Jason would win. Am I the only one who thought Tara was very suspicious and could have possibly been a Ghostface? No, you're not alone in that. So I think Scream 6 planted a lot of clues for this they were kind of setting it up for Scream 7 potentially. I have a couple of theory videos on this. If you want to check them out, you can look in my Scream Theories playlist. It's probably called Tara Carpenter Theory. I might have posted one before the news that she wasn't coming back. When I still thought she was going to be in Scream 7, I was like certain that she was going to be a Ghostface in 7. And then I posted another one after she quit. But I had filmed it shortly before we found out that she quit. And I kind of waited a little bit because I wasn't going to post it because she wasn't going to be in the movie anymore. But then, I asked a bunch of you guys if you still want to hear my theory, even if she's not going to be in the movie. People told me they want to hear it. So that one is up on the channel as well. I feel like they really planted the seeds for Tara to be a Ghostface in 7. The Willmeister throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much. Season 2 of Original Sin. I wish, but Pretty Little Liars Original Sin has officially been canceled. Also, the Prom Night sequels are great. They get insane. So, Original Sin is for Dexter. The Dexter prequel is called Dexter Original Sin, which I know is the same as Pretty Little Liars, which, yes, has unfortunately, that show has been canceled, which is a shame because It was pretty good. It wasn't like amazing, but it was pretty good. So it sucks that they canceled Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, but the original sin I was referring to is Dexter. So if Willmeister, if you're gonna watch the Dexter series, that is another part of the show that you need to watch. The prequel. And you said the Prom Night sequels are great. How many sequels are there? I've only heard about the second one. Like when I'm flipping through the streaming services to like find something to watch, I always see the second one. I don't know if I've noticed if there's more. But you said sequels, plural, so I'm assuming there's more. I'll have to check them out eventually. But thank you. Thank you so much for all of your super chats. Super generous. Let's see here. I'll get to a few more before we call it a night in just a few minutes. Can anyone tell me if it's been debunked that Stu's return in 7 is just AI? It's all theories right now. Nothing's been confirmed. It's all just fan theories right now. So we'll see. Let's see here. Zork is here, throwing out a super chat. Thank you so much. Glad you could make the stream. You said, I feel like Scream 7 would have depicted Tara suffering from DID. What is that? I don't know. What does that stand for? Some kind of trauma causing her to black out during the murder she's committing. Ooh. Interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, I could see them doing that for sure. Yeah, it would have been cool to see her as a killer, whether she was like intentionally doing it or suffering from some kind of, trauma. That would have been interesting. And it's a shame. It's a shame because I feel like they really were setting it up. They emphasize in Scream 6 that she's not dealing with her trauma in a healthy way. So a lot of people thought that they were like setting up Sam to be a Ghostface, but I feel like they were kind of misleading us and planting the seeds for Tara to be one of the killers. I don't know, maybe like we were saying earlier, maybe one day we will find out what the original plan was. But maybe they won't tell us anytime soon in case they are planning for Jenna to come back one day. So we'll see. Thank you so much, Zork, for your super chat. Glad you can make the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, there's 3 Pitch Perfect movies? I don't think I've seen the third one. That's crazy. I gotta watch it. Dear Ken, I'm in pieces by the cold shoulder. That is funny. Man, the mystery in that first season is so good. A perfect season, honestly. Oh my god, Idris Elba is in the Prom Night remake? I don't remember that. Hey, layoffs and liquidations. Glad you could join the stream. We are getting ready to wrap up, though. We've been hanging out for an hour and a half, which is amazing. And you guys made it happen because we hit the goal, the super chat goal. Thank you guys so much for, you know, helping me hit the goal. Let's see everyone who gave super chats tonight. Thank you so much. So we had Russell, Lefty Twigs, the Willmeister, who else? Percy and Zork. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the super chats. I seriously appreciate it. Oh, okay. Dissociative identity disorder. Yeah, definitely could see that happening with Tara. Marcus says, I liked PLL, Original Sin, and Summer School, even if I felt the killers in Summer School were too obvious. Yeah, they were a little obvious, I suppose. It was the reveal in that season was definitely giving Nancy Loomis and Mickey. It felt very similar. Yeah, it's a shame they're not coming back with it. Thank you to my moderators, by the way. I see what's going on in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Always looking out. Ooh, 3 Prom Night sequels. Wow. Gotta check them out. Are you gonna watch Wednesday season 2? It's coming out in a month. I haven't seen season 1. I tried to watch it. Couldn't really get into it. All right. We are going to call it a night. We've been hanging out for a while, an hour and a half, which is always a blast. Seriously, thank you so much. So much fun tonight. It's been a while since I streamed. It's been like a week, so glad to be back. They did kind of do Dr. Sullivan dirty. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. No promises, but I'm gonna try. So look out for a notification. But yeah, hopefully I talk to you guys tomorrow. If not, if I don't talk to you guys tomorrow, then I won't see you before July 4th. So I'll just say it now. Have a good July 4th, everyone. Be safe. Don't blow off any fingers by lighting firecrackers. Be safe. Make good choices. Thank you, Marcus. All right. Have a good night, you guys. And I will talk to you soon.